Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Let's Talk Stroke. I am your host and stroke survivor as well, Jerry Wall. For those of you that are new here, why I started doing the show is to bring awareness to stroke, TBI, aphasia, brain injury, and to also provide a platform for all survivors to share their stories, their journeys, um, for from all across the world, and also to bring on experts in brain health, and so they can share their knowledge with us. Um, so, see if I can get this right here. So, my awesome guest this morning is Donna, Gail, Busy Bee, Falgout. Got that. So, anyway, Donna will explain her name, and we'll just get talk about that in just a little bit. But please ask questions, make comments, and get involved. And lastly, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, Let's Talk Stroke, please do that. And so anyway, let's go ahead and get started. All right, that's nice and quick. Marcy, I'll say hello to Salute. Marcy, nice to see you guys. And let's go ahead and bring on Donna, Gail, and she'll explain why her name's like that. So anyway, sit back and let's have fun. Hey,
Hi.
can you hear? Good. Hopefully everybody can hear you.
I'm Donna. I'm a Southern girl living in the frozen north.
Exactly. It's so funny. It's so great that your name, I actually pronounced it right.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, exactly. People are probably wondering why your name is long like that.
You read me explain?
Yeah, you may have to turn your volume up a tiny bit.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Is that better?
Oh, it's all good.
As high as I can get it.
Exactly. And it's funny. People are watching. For those of you that are watching on my personal page, I apologize because I can't. The comments won't come up. So you may want to get on to my YouTube channel. Let's Talk Stroke. Anyway, I see you all out there. So anyway, sorry to interrupt. So
That's okay. All right. My first name is Donna because my dad's name was Donald. My second name is Gail because that was my mama's name. Busy Bee is a name my husband gave me because he says I just can't sit still for 5 seconds without moving.
and Falgout.
Falgout, y'all, is a married name.
That's right. Yeah. So it's I see it all. Oh, and the reason because you were hacked on your Facebook page.
Right. Someone I used to have a group, stroke group, Motivational Quotes For Survivors, and this girl was in it for like 5 years. And all of a sudden, she hooked me up with somebody saying, "Oh, you're gonna get all this money as a grant, and you'll get like $10,000-$20,000 coming in from FedEx." I'm like, wait a minute, FedEx does not deliver money.
Right.
So then that's when I knew it was a hack. But before I woke up, I gave her the information. All the license and no account numbers, but my driver's license number and things like that. And they hacked my account and they changed my password.
Crazy.
And I was able to go on because my husband was home and we closed the account fast because I didn't want to affect my friends and my family that were on my list. It just you think you trust people and you can't anymore.
Right. Absolutely. So if we rewind the clock before your stroke, I mean, if we really rewind the clock to a baby.
Ooh, a long time.
Yeah, I mean, because we talked about you probably had a stroke as a baby.
I probably did. My parents didn't tell me. They didn't want to hold me back, I guess. But I was at 6 months old. I started having these seizures. There were several times they took me to the hospital with my lips turning blue.
Right.
I survived it all, but they told me I had an underactive thyroid, and that's what was causing everything. My grandfather told me, not my parents. But anyway, that's what this whole time I thought was my problem, was my underactive thyroid.
Wow.
And after my stroke this time, I started researching it, and I found out some of the symptoms I had was the same symptoms that a baby of an infant would have if they went through stroke.
Wow.
And the doctor, when I went to this last doctor when I had my stroke, he said the veins in my head are about the size of an infant's. They're small, very, very small.
Wow.
Compared to an adult, I guess. I'm sure it's little anyway, but it's even smaller in my brain.
Wow. Wow.
So maybe that's why I'm crazy.
but then if you fast forward the clock, it's
Yep.
4 years ago.
Yep. And that whole week beforehand for the stroke, I was throwing up the whole week. I couldn't even drink water without throwing it up. I went to the hospital twice to get fluids because I was dehydrated. And the last time was on a Friday night. And they gave me some medication, like in case you get, nauseated or something, take one. Well, the next morning I woke up. It was Saturday morning. I was actually feeling better, good enough to eat. My husband made me breakfast. I ate. I took one of the pills, and within 5 minutes, I guess I had the stroke. I was out of it completely. And I have a husky, and he knew something was wrong with me. Mama's wanted to give some goodies and everything, and something's wrong with Mama, so we got to fix her. So he went in there and grabbed my husband's hand with his mouth and started pulling on him.
Wow.
And he's like, this is, he's never done that, so let me go figure out what's going on. And he came in here, and I was in my chair just losing my mind, And he called an ambulance, and I don't remember even going in the ambulance. I don't remember getting to the ER, but I got there, and they did all these pictures of my head and all. And then they transferred me. I had to get in another ambulance and go all the way to Green Bay, which is
How
about
far?
65 miles.
Okay.
And they brought me there. I don't remember going in the emergency room either. I remember, the ride because I was watching everything go by. But once we got there, I don't remember going in the emergency room or going to my room or nothing.
Amazing.
And, they did that test where if you were a camera, you go up all the way to your brain, a place I wouldn't want to go.
Right.
But, they did that, and that's when he figured out it goes weird. It goes like that, and then it goes to a 9-degree turn. And there's only one vein in my head, not 3. It's supposed to go where they go. So they had a specialist in Madison, I believe, and he talked to me on the phone, and he says, I've seen your pictures, and what I hear on the phone sounds like a different person. He said, I'm not touching your brain. He said, you doing good enough to where you're not dead and you're moving around? He said, I'm not touching that brain. So I just, I take my medication they give me, and I'm unstoppable. I'm not going to slow down. I'm positive. If I have a coloring room that helps keep me calm and relaxed and out of jail.
Right. Yeah.
I have a little bit of a temper because I'm half Cherokee Indian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you a couple of my pictures.
Yeah, show us.
Okay.
Hold them up a little high, and then yeah. And you paint those.
No, I actually use glitter pens.
Wow.
Yeah, I do that one, and this one I did yesterday. I like it more than the other because she's puzzle pieces, and I feel that we're all like this. Somebody messes with us, we lose a piece of the puzzle,
Right.
or we hit a challenge and we're able to deal with it. We add a piece of the puzzle back to our interior or whatever it is.
Wow. To just go back a little bit, how did your family? Because you have a son who's
I have a 23-year-old son. Well, he it's kind of shocking to him because he's like, okay, what's going on with my mom? But he sat back and kept the dogs under control. Because I also have a chiweenie that looks like the mini doxy but has a chihuahua attitude.
Right.
He thinks he's a killer at 15 pounds.
Yeah.
But Kody actually kept the puppies away, so when they came in to get me, because they're very protective. The little one is like my shadow. Wherever I go, and if anybody messes with Mama, he's gonna fuss at them and go
Right.
hit them on the leg or something. So
Wow.
he did his part by making sure the ambulance knew where we were, because you have to go down an alley to get to my house, because I live on the main highway. So
Right.
he had to tell them, because they went to the front first, and then he had to tell them to come around. But he did his part, and then he got out of the way to let them do what they had to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's amazing how I was looking at some of the comments that are not coming up here. Um, Jeff is saying, yes, we are like puzzle pieces. I love
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
True. Violet, nice comments out here.
Hey,
Jana,
Violet.
yep, she's on my phone. Hey, Violet, if you go to my other Facebook page, Strive for Greatness, Let's Talk Stroke, that's where you could probably, or all of you guys can get on there. For some reason, it's not on here, but Jana, nice to see you. And Violet, you don't even talk like you had a stroke. Oh,
Now,
yeah.
I talk strange up here because I do have my southern accent, and people up here think I'm speaking another language.
Yeah.
Because as you can tell, I talk a little fast.
Yeah.
So but if I'd been to New Orleans lately, no one, including my family, can understand me. I told myself to be slow and talk easy, and I can't do it.
That doesn't happen with you.
Can't. Nope. I'm
Well,
not wired that way.
yeah, that's right. Did you go to therapy? I mean, how long were you in the hospital?
I was in there for 5 days.
Oh, okay.
And the day before they let me out, they did that thing with the wire with the camera and all that, and then
Right.
he could tell I wasn't acting like I had a stroke. And they
Mm.
told me, well, you live in a 2-story house, so you have to show us that you can go upstairs before we release you. Well, I'd already had plans to make my red beans and rice, so I wanted out of that hospital.
Right.
So I ran up those stairs.
Ah, wow. You're able to do that.
I ran up them.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I told him, I said, you either release me or I'm getting on my broom and I'm flying out.
You're proof.
Because I think I was on
Wow.
the 4th floor or something.
Right. So funny. Oh my gosh. So funny. I'm looking all these. So, well, okay, so you were out of there, but then you went to therapy. Is that right?
Well, I went to a little bit. I didn't go to much because, like I said, I was able, walk around. I only have a little bit of balance issues.
Right now, right.
But I got everything in my house rearranged. The wall comes in handy. It's a friend. I have
Yeah.
a table I can hold on to if I get, lightheaded or dizzy. So
Right.
everything's set up perfectly for that, you know.
Wow.
But I had the first 2 weeks I had double vision. Now that was a trip. You have to be able to have double vision to understand what I'm saying. You see trees and I like that.
Oh
So
my gosh.
it all the first 2 weeks. My husband said no.
So do they know what caused it? Your story?
He still won't tell me. I don't know if he's like my parents and think, oh, it's going to upset her to the point she's going to have another stroke. I don't know. They're scared because I have that one vein that anything that upsets me is going to, start everything all over again. So they try to keep me calm and relaxed. And, well, apparently they don't know me very well.
That's right. You see the commentary out. I
Um,
see.
yep,
Yep.
again,
Some of you
yeah,
guys, you switched over to the other channel.
yeah.
You guys, but yeah, that's double vision. That's got to be a.
It's a
It's
trip. It's a trip.
yeah. Wow.
And I know this last December, both me and my husband were both in the hospital with the COVID pneumonia.
Wow.
He was in it worse. He had it worse than I did. I was out in 4 or 5 days, but he was in there on and off for about a month. And there were times when I think at one morning at 4:50 something in the morning, a nurse called me from the hospital. You get called that early in the morning. You're like, wow, what's going on?
Right.
She says, Good morning. This is Nurse So and So. I'm just calling to let you know your husband told me to call that he's not coming home today because he didn't pass his walking test.
Wow.
You don't call somebody that early in the morning, you know. Well,
Exactly.
we had this
Exactly.
safe that we lost the key to, so we was gonna get rid of it anyway. I got this big rubber hammer, and for 1 hour straight, I beat the stew out of that thing. I mean, I
Right.
killed that safe. Going back to, I didn't want to go to jail,
Right.
so it's either the safe or a doctor.
Wow. So, but then your husband got home.
Yeah, and when he first got home, he couldn't even walk for 2 weeks. So I waited on him hand and foot.
Right.
And what, he helped me when I had my stroke. He waited on me hand and foot.
Right.
So that's what you do when you're married. You love each other. You take care of each other.
Right. Exactly. I mean, you do the right thing.
Exactly. And we're both doing better now. He's back at work, and now my hair, it's gone now.
You used to have long hair.
I used to have long hair, but the lady that cut my hair told me that if you have COVID, it actually makes your hair very thin. It falls out, and I mean every time I brush my hair, there's a wad of hair in it.
Wow.
And I said, well, long hair don't look good that thin. You can't do nothing with it when it's that silky thin and all. So I got it all cut off, and I figured if I want long hair, I'll get a wig.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you just keep it short. It's a lot easier to deal with.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're currently on meds too with all the.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. So,
I have the necklace. It's got all my medication on it, and on the other side, it's got my name, my contacts, and what. Like I've had a stroke. I put that on there. The underactive thyroid. I'm diabetic, and that way, if I'm out by myself and something happens, the paramedics have my information.
right.
Because after my stroke, I couldn't even talk.
Wow.
I was just sitting there. I couldn't talk.
Right.
So I figured I'd get this, and that way, if I'm ever out and I get in trouble, they know who I am and they know who to contact and what's going on with me.
Right. So you probably got the shot because I mean, you're moving really well.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think they gave me that before they even left the neighborhood. First thing when I
Oh,
got in the ambulance, is what my husband told me.
wow. Wow. You didn't remember any of that.
I don't remember any of it. It's a fog, or so like
Wow.
what I always call brain fart.
Yeah. Exactly. No
Hi,
kidding.
Paul. I saw you
Oh,
said
I
hi,
see you.
Jerry and Donna.
Yeah. You see some of
Okay,
the comments there.
I'm gonna try to read and talk at the same time, but that's
Right.
two things, and that's sometimes difficult for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I see a Violet. You say you have double vision when she's really tired. Hey, Violet, go on to maybe YouTube or my other Facebook. Strive for ratings. Let's talk stroke. Then we can see your comments.
Or hit private chat. That's
Oh,
what I did.
it's so funny. I don't know how that ever happened. Violet, remember that? That was hysterical.
Just hit where it says private chat, and that's how I got on. I was looking at, I'm like, how do I do this? I was hitting buttons, and I said I hit that one, and there I was.
Exactly. So, Della, I see what you're saying. She says that necklace is a great idea. Where can you buy it?
I got mine on Amazon. I put in medical dog tags, and they come up, and you have to put in, places on there to put your information on them.
Wow, it is a great idea.
Yeah, I got my rings on there because I lost 30 pounds on the COVID diet.
With the
So,
COVID diet.
and they're way too thin. I don't want to lose them, so I put them on my necklace, and that way I have them with me.
Right. That's a great idea, though. Everybody should be doing that.
And I wear it every time I go out in public. Even when I'm with my husband, I wear it.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Do you have any neuro fatigue?
Well, what I do is I clean the house, but I do like 5 minutes worth. I sit down for 10 to 20. I do 5 or 10 more minutes, and I break it up. I got one of those things on my ankle that tells me how many steps I take every day. And I
Nice.
need to do 2,000, but that's broken up. That's not all it just going, going, going.
Right, right,
You know.
right.
And my husband said that as soon as it gets warmer here in Wisconsin, and Mother Nature agrees with us, it's supposed to be 72 on Saturday.
Well, I thought you said it was snowing,
It
wasn't
was
it?
snowing yesterday and 72 on Saturday.
Yeah.
Mother Nature is off her meds.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I know that feeling.
But
90 degrees yesterday here. So,
he said we're going to start walking around the block until I get used to it, and then we'll go 2 blocks.
right.
You know,
Wow. So you don't have any foot drop or any of that.
no.
Wow. Good for you.
I mean, even now and then my knee gives that on me, but that's just old age.
Yeah. Yeah. OLD.
Yeah,
Getting
I'll
old.
admit it. I'm getting old.
Ah, I see Mike Peters. Yeah, Mike Peters. Uh, don't panic. Mike's here.
Morning.
So funny. Oh boy. So what else did you go through? On your stroke. I mean, your friends or other people, they must have been
Well,
shocked.
let me see. Since both my parents passed away, my brother passed away because he was a Marine, and he got into something while he was over there, and it messed him up, and he
Right.
died. My sister, who is married to a preacher, disowned me after my stroke.
Wow. You hear these happen. I mean, and a preacher.
She's married to a Southern Baptist preacher,
And just
and she just quit talking to me.
right.
I tried to talk to her, and she would not come back and talk to me or nothing. And then all of a sudden, I saw that she defriend me, or whatever you want to call it, divorce
No,
me.
no reason why.
Nope, none whatsoever. I just figured I'm not good enough for her.
Wow.
They used to have a dog that had a thyroid problem. They got rid of it.
It's unbelievable.
Exactly. And
Wow.
I mean, it's only me and her now. The rest of them are gone. But
Wow.
yet, I guess she don't want me around, so I'm out of her life now.
Wow.
I figured
Crazy.
one day she's gonna be wearing my shoes, and she's gonna want to be friends with me again, and I may give her a second chance. I don't know.
Right. You'd be the bigger
I
person.
may not. But
Yeah.
you know,
You're the bigger person.
exactly. Until
Yeah.
you walk in my shoes, don't judge me.
Right.
You know.
Absolutely. Completely.
Same thing with these people with these parking passes. They park in handicap because they get really tired walking around the store, and they come back out, and people look at them like, "Well, there ain't nothing wrong with you. Why you just lazy?"
Absolutely. It's unbelievable. I mean, we talked about that yesterday. How people, you know. So I
And
got a
then,
handicap thing on my license plate. People, well, you're not hurt. I mean,
it's,
you're walking normal. I mean, it just doesn't.
well, they
Uh,
don't understand. You have to get this from a doctor. They're not just gonna
right.
give it to you and say, "Oh, I'm giving this to you because you look lazy." You've got to have something wrong with you.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
I figure that's their problem. They can't deal, then they need to go work on themselves.
That's true. Very true. Okay, Violet, you changed over. I see you here.
Oh, hey, Violet.
That's right. And Wicked, I look some of the comments because I really love it. Kimberly, nice to see you. Mike Peters, wicked sense of humor. That's to you, not to me.
Well,
Exactly.
you
So,
gotta laugh at life.
yeah,
You can't be, oh, pity me, let's go have a pity party. You can't do that. You have to be cheerful and positive and just live one day at a time and do
right.
the best you can because you may not be here tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Your name is on a list, and when it comes up, then you go. It's like
Exactly.
I do have tendonitis after the stroke. It's where I
Yeah.
got constant ringing in my left ear. And I told my husband one day, I said, I said, if that ringing ever goes away, you better check me. I may be dead.
Yeah. Because that never goes away.
Well, it's not so bad during the day because you got other distractions, TV and things like that. But at night, you're laying there. Would somebody please turn that sound off? I want to go to sleep. You
Yeah.
know, it's
Exactly.
irritating. And so many people that take advantage of people that have this. Oh,
Right.
give you a pill, that pill, take care of it. put a glass to your ear. That'll take care of it. No, the doctors don't know how to fix it. So, why would these other people know how?
Right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I, to go through these comments. Donna, you are so very funny. In
Thank you.
class from Ireland or out there. I'm glad
You.
to see if you're out there, tell us where you're from. Salute. Nice to see you with your positive mental attitude. She says.
I'm originally from Mobile, Alabama, or LA as we called it, Lower Alabama.
Exactly.
And we went through Katrina. We
Yeah,
were
tell
in
talk
Mississippi at
about
the
that.
time. Yeah, we were like 10 miles from Biloxi, Mississippi, and they got a direct hit. And we got 4.5 foot of water in our apartment. The whole wall came down. You know, we had an alligator in the swimming pool.
Right.
My husband Cajun. He said, "Well, why don't we cook it?" I said, "No, I have a 5-year-old son. I don't want no alligator." You
but
know,
but you survived
I
Katrina.
survived that. I survived everything. Just throw it at me and I'll survive it. It's a challenge. I'll jump over it. I'll go under it. I'll go through it. Whatever. I'm
Right.
not gonna let nothing stop me.
Right.
You know,
Exactly. And you
God's the
said
only one that can stop me.
that's right. Absolutely. And you said there was 4 feet or something in your
4.5 foot
apartment.
in my apartment. Yes, the refrigerator actually fell over because of all the water now.
Wow.
My couch was floating, and yeah,
Wow. And there was something under. You said there was an alligator in there.
there's an alligator in the swimming pool in the complex.
Wow.
Because we lived like on the back of the apartments we lived in were on a bayou, Sioux Bayou in Mississippi, and I guess it just there was in Pascagoula, Mississippi. There was a big place where you could go watch the alligators, feed them and whatever. And maybe he took a um, walkabout and got in the swimming pool.
Yeah. Exactly. Wow. Well. So do you have your down days?
Yeah, I mean, I do have my down days where I get very emotional and you look at me the wrong way and I'm in tears, you know.
Yeah.
And then
Sure.
5 minutes later, it's like I'm bipolar. I'm a different person, you
Mm,
know. I'm happy and cheerful and everything's just forgotten. I don't know if it's because I forgot what I was upset about,
right. Well.
you know.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
my son, my eyes are green, but when I get upset, they turn gray. So that's
Wow.
kind of like a warning to my son and my husband. Mama's eyes are gray. Well, he thinks they're red sometimes. He thinks I'm that mad. But they usually leave me alone. They say, go color, Donna. Go color.
Wow.
You
That's
know?
sure.
And when I get to where I talk too fast, they go, slow down, woman.
Wait, and then your schedule is a little different than maybe not, well, it's different than mine, even though I toss and turn.
Right.
But I mean, you're up early.
I get up at 3 o'clock every morning. I make my husband breakfast because my son don't eat breakfast.
Hmm.
I make my husband some eggs, get him ready to go, and then they leave for work. Because my son works at the shipyard with my husband. They build Navy ships for a living.
Wow.
So once they're out of the house, it's just me and the puppies. And I usually get on the computer, play these games. I got this drawing thing on my computer where I can draw house plans if I want to. So that keeps my mind going and occupied. And then as
Right.
soon as it gets light, I get up and I unload the dishwasher. I rest and I load it. I do things in like 5 or 10 minute increments because that if I don't do that, I get worn out.
Right.
And I have this little thing in my sock. It tells me how many steps I make,
Hmm.
and I've been getting like 2,000 steps, which I think is 1 mile.
Well, good for you though.
And that's just inside the house.
Right.
You know, going from the living room to the kitchen to my drawing room and chasing the puppies.
And you drive too.
Yeah, I do. I've been driving my son's car. He's got a little Scion, of Xbox. It looks like a little box going down the road.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, 'cause
Well,
my car is bigger, and I'm not as sure driving now because I don't drive that often. Usually, my husband's the one driving. If I have to like go pick one of them up when I'm sick at work or something, then and I go to the store, which I think everything where I live is like 5 miles, away from me.
right.
So I
Nice.
even go to Michigan, which is across the bridge, a mile from me, to
Really
the store. You know, but I don't go beyond that. I got my little speed limit, and that's all I go. I don't go any faster.
good. Good. That's good. I mean, you're doing great. What a difference from stroke to now.
Yep. And well, you got to find challenges. You meet them, and then you go to the next one.
Right.
I learned that a long time ago. When we was in Mobile, my husband actually worked in New Orleans. So on weekends, I would drive. I hate my directions, or like my dad said, if I put my idea of directions in a paper bag, I get lost.
Really.
But I made my way all the way to New Orleans. I went across that 22-mile bridge, Ponce
Yeah.
Trinity Bridge. I went
Mhm.
across that one by myself. That was hard for me because my directions, because of the thyroid, I forget things very easily. So I was already used to forgetting things when I had my stroke. When I had my son, I put my pocketbook in the back because I was afraid I was going to leave him in the car by himself.
Yeah, that's a good
So,
point.
if my pocketbook was back there, I'd have to go back there and get him. I have to learn how to do things on my own.
Yeah.
Like the other day when I told you, make notes when I think of something. If I don't write it down or do it right away, I forget it.
Yeah.
I can remember Katrina, but I can't remember what I did 5 minutes ago.
So you have the short term memory.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, with probably most of us
Yeah,
that have had
you
a
have to
stroke.
learn how to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know,
You adapt.
exactly. I have notes everywhere. I have notes to remind me to look at other notes.
Oh, really? That's good.
And I threaten my husband and son, leave my notes alone. You know,
Wow. But yeah, that's a good. I mean, it's a good point. How to do that.
I even carried some notes in my pocketbook in case I have an idea while I'm off, somewhere.
Wow. That's right, Tammy. Wow.
And they even
Yeah.
have a cell phone, but I don't know how to work it. That's
You,
sad.
no, I understand. Um, do you? So what else on your stroke that we didn't cover? That's
Yeah.
I
Stroke,
mean,
my thyroid problem. I'm diabetic because I got it from my dad's family. Everybody in his family's diabetic. I guess
right.
something to do with the Cherokee Indians. I don't know. I know when I was younger, my great grandmother, who was 95, would chase my daddy around the yard when he was in his early 30s.
And she'd
Apparently,
catch
her spirits got into me somehow.
it. Oh, that's funny. Um,
She picked
yeah,
up.
Violet. I don't know. Do you miss the old you?
Sometimes I do, but a lot of times I don't. Because now I know that life isn't just a freebie that you just go do whatever you want to. You have to
Right.
look at the consequences of what you do now.
Yeah.
Because if you get upset, it could cause you to have another stroke. So you have to learn how to, you know. Let me say, when I was pregnant, I had to do that breathing exercise,
Me too.
and that's what I do now. When I get upset, sometimes I do that exercise, and it just calms me down.
Wow.
And when dies, I don't go to jail.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what Salute does. She does these. I think I talked to you about her
Yeah.
yesterday. Salute, what she does after this show for the most part, in 1 hour she does it. And it
Yep.
really makes a difference.
It does. You have to
Yeah.
find your own way that works for you. What helps calm you down.
Yeah.
And the drawing does that for me. I have my whole little dining room, which I don't have a table in there no more. I got my own little drawing table that. So that's how I keep calm. I'm in there 2 or 3, maybe 4 hours a day drawing.
Right. Right.
I come on here on Facebook, maybe 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and that's it. because I don't want to get taken advantage of with these people. They target you.
Yeah, I know they do.
She had a stroke. We're going to take advantage of her.
Yeah,
So, I try to avoid it if I can.
right. Um, I'm just reading some of these comments. Um, yeah,
Mm.
and exactly.
Yeah,
So you're right. People definitely take advantage.
yeah. I had one the other day actually tell me he was a general, a 4-star general. I mean, I looked up, the picture he had on Facebook was the same one as the research I saw. But the way he talked, no, he went to, West Point and you're a 4-star general. You don't talk the way he talked.
Yeah, no,
So
I
I
agree.
told him, I said, listen, I said, no. I said, please leave me alone. I blocked him, and I've gotten to where I'm scared to friend anybody, because another girl that was on there with him was trying to tell me that my name got pigged and I won a lot of money. And I said, I'm not going there again,
Yeah,
so I blocked her. And it's hard to trust anybody nowadays because you don't know if they want to be your real friend or they want something from you.
yeah, exactly.
You know?
I don't even answer sometimes. Cause I can tell you can tell when someone's making a comment
Exactly.
that you don't that you know you can tell that's not
And they tell you, oh, don't tell nobody.
right.
Duh.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm looking at some other comments here. David Caps, this is on my phone. Hoping you stay extremely busy, and you are busy all the time.
Yeah, I don't sit down. I think right now on this show is the longest I've sat down without moving and getting up in a
Wow.
long time.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll sit down and watch TV, and watch a movie together in the living room, but I'm still up and down. I gotta
Right.
go do this. I gotta go do that.
Yeah, good. That's good. I mean, I need you a little more. Admit. Hey, Robin, nice to see you. Tammy, if I missed you, apologize, guys, girls. But yeah, so you've got a good schedule going, and I'd love to know if some you could find out if when you were a baby if that was another stroke or the first one.
I don't know even how to find out. I mean, like I said, I'm 61, and that was when before I was even a year old.
Right.
At 6 months old, I didn't move around a lot. Like most babies move around and do all this at 6 months old. I didn't. I just lay there. I didn't cry. I didn't do nothing. I just lay there.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah.
Then I started having the seizures, and but they never told me. They didn't even tell me about that. My grandfather had to tell me about all of that, and he said they were young. My mama was, I think, 21 when she had me, and they already had my sister a year and a week before me.
Right.
So, when you baby, they figure, oh, it's just, something common and she'll grow out of it. My
Right.
grandpa's the one that said, take that baby to the emergency room. You got to take her to the hospital.
Right.
So, when he's gone too, so it's hard to, there's no one left to ask.
Right.
And
Exactly. Wow.
I wouldn't know how to go about finding out myself.
Yeah, exactly. If there's no, who knows if there's ever records or where you were born.
They probably got rid of paper records and got everything on microfilm now.
Right.
And
Yeah.
they probably go, well, it's going to cost you this much per page. My book
Oh,
is about that wide by now.
yeah. Exactly. So, I mean, what good is it gonna do you now?
Exactly. It's over and done with. I
Yeah.
survived it.
Exactly.
Another little star on my belt or whatever.
Yeah. Exactly. Gosh darn it.
Yeah.
Well, shoot. Um, Anything else that we didn't cover? Because I mean, besides you're funny,
But you have to be funny.
that's right. And like you said, being positive.
Exactly. Keep yourself entertained.
Yeah. So what would you?
A lot.
Exactly? I know you. I laugh at myself. What? So what would you tell? What would you tell somebody that's just going through what we've gone through?
Just to be patient with yourself. Don't push it. Just do what the doctors tell you. Take your medicine. and just learn how to breathe and just relax. Find something that's going to keep you busy. When you get upset, you go do it, and it calms you down. You know, so and don't do like I did. Don't beat the stew out of a safe.
That's right. Oh gosh, um, I see that, Violet. I wish your current doctor. Oh yeah, do you know what type of stroke it was?
I have no clue because he didn't tell me. And actually, I don't even have him anymore. I went to him that one time on a visit because they tell you, oh, well, you got to come visit because if you don't, we're not going to renew your medication. That's
Wow,
blackmail, isn't it?
wow.
But anyway, while we was at that visit, he told me I had two strokes. I said, me and my husband looked at each other like, is this person mad? I didn't have two strokes. Nobody told me. Should
Yeah,
I know? If I had another stroke? So I found me another doctor that I only go to unless I have issues, which I don't, thank God.
right,
And I go to her about once every year just to, make sure I don't need my medication up or down.
right.
I think I take one for the stroke and one aspirin every day.
Okay, yeah. So it sounds like aspirin. You're that's a blood
Like
thinner.
a
So you
blood
probably
thinner. Yeah.
yeah. So you probably
The
have
other
enough.
one I take is like a blood thinner too.
Right, right. Okay. Um, it was 4 years ago, Robin. That's how long your stroke. Oh, was it 4 years ago? Your stroke? Yeah,
4 years
yeah.
ago, February 26th.
Wow. Yes.
I think I got like 10 medications.
It's
Yeah,
just amazing.
yeah, I got them, and I also have how much or the dosage, 15 milligrams or whatever beside it.
Yeah,
So hey, I figure if I can't talk, my necklace talks for me.
that's right. I'm glad you have that. Very
I think if a lot of people knew that and did it, it could
right.
save their life. You never know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, oh man, that's all right. Well, I think we kind of covered everything. I love the story. I love the humor in you, which is
I
keep.
can't have it. It's in my
Yeah,
soul.
that's right. Positivity.
Yep, exactly.
No, no one's going to take you down.
Exactly. And I got my two four-legged children.
Yeah,
I'm surprised Quincy's been quiet. He normally barks at the world.
yeah. You said that it may happen, but been
He
perfect.
just looks up in the air and he barks. I'm like, okay. My mother-in-law, who died a couple of years ago, and we had her cremated, I think she's coming out here and she's messing with the dog and making him bark.
Yeah.
Because he thinks he's Superman, and the husky, which is 65 pounds, wants to lay in your lap.
Oh yeah.
You know, they're
65.
a pair, just like me and my husband. They're a pair. One doesn't go outside without the other one.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
so and then my
No,
son lives in his lair when he's not at work. That's what we call his room, his
right.
lair. He's got a
Oh,
computer up there, and I said, "Come down, boy. I gotta know what you look like if I have to ID
yeah.
you."
Oh, funny. Uh, well, I really do appreciate you being on the show. It
You're welcome.
really,
Thanks for
it was,
having me.
oh my gosh, anytime, and it was fun. I'm glad.
Hopefully, I didn't talk too fast. Anybody can
No,
understand.
no, couldn't understand. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it was slow. We didn't. There was no. You told me to say if you were talking too fast, but
Yeah, just tell me like
um,
my husband does. Shut up, woman.
yeah, I know. When I met him yesterday, that's
Yep.
yeah. I need to get a friend for her Maddie. Yes, Violet. Maddie is
Yep.
their dog. Oh, you probably
We
know
need
that.
to have a play date. It's just kind of a long drive between. Since
That's
she's
true.
in Texas and I'm in Wisconsin,
Yeah,
that's a long drive.
exactly. Still on the same time zone though.
Yeah, we are.
Exactly. Well, Donna or Busy Bee or Gail. But if someone's
Well,
looking
you
you
call
up,
me, I usually answer to it.
uh,
I've been
uh,
called with my last name as French Canadian. They have called me flag out, fag out, everything. I like just call me Donna, and if they get close, I just won't say anything to them.
exactly. No one will get your last name.
Well, remember how I taught you how to do it?
yes,
Fowl as in like a bird, and goo goo like a dog. A baby says, "Fowl goo."
right. Actually practiced it and made my cheat notes so I wouldn't mess that up. Falgoo.
All my notes.
Yeah,
I write
that's good.
everything down.
That's good though. That's nice you do that. You need to write a book.
Oh no 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 no! That might put me in jail.
Yeah, we don't want to admit some things.
I
That's
tell all
okay.
my secrets in a book, and then
Yeah,
just put people in trouble.
exactly. All right. Well, yes. Well, you guys all have a great day. I see all that and appreciate it.
Thank
Um,
y'all for being patient with me and not
oh
telling me to
no,
be quiet or slow down.
absolutely. It was fun. Really fun getting to know you too.
Yep,
Well, Donna, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
I will. Thank you. I'll be in there in my drawing room.
Good. I can't wait to. You should take. I want to see the next one you do. Take it
Okay.
and put it on there.
Okay.
That would be fun. Well.
Well, I'm in the group where the guy draws gnomes all the time,
Oh.
and he gives some freebies sometimes, and
Oh.
then you go to Etsy, and I just keep buying them.
And that's how you do
That
it.
way,
And
well, if I buy a regular coloring book, I have to get a knife and cut it, and I don't want to cut myself and bleed to death when anybody gets home.
yeah. Yeah.
So
Oh
it's
gosh.
easier for me.
Exactly.
I can copy it off myself, individual pages, and it's easier.
Yeah. Oh, I understand that. So okay, Donna.
Donna.
No, keep going. It's all good. But you guys have a great day, and Donna, you have a wonderful too.
Oh,
And
you too. Everybody have a good day.
sounds good. Take care, everyone.